Hey friends, this is the Miss Wolfie from our Half Acre Homestead. Well, I'm going to make peanut butter cup surprises. But what you're going to need is a muffin tin. You're going to need some peanut butter cookie dough, some brownie batter, and some Reese's peanut butter cups. All right, let's get started. Now I should have 24 of these Reese's peanut butter cups, but I only have 21 because I made a mathematical error when I bought the bag, and we had a couple for dessert last night. But these, with Halloween coming, your kids are going to bring home these. And these are something you should tuck aside and try with treat, because these are really good. All right, so I have already pre-unwrapped most of these, and I put them in the freezer so that they're nice and cold and firm. Now we're going to take our peanut butter cookie dough, and what I've done is I have just put it in some shrink wrap and rolled it into a log. And what we're going to start off with, we're just going to take slices of our peanut butter cookie dough, and we're going to smush them down into the muffin tin. They don't necessarily have to be slices, but now remember, these will puff to a certain degree and swell. So make your slices fairly thin, like no more than 1/4 inch. All right, so here we have a dozen in our muffin tins, and now we're just going to take a dozen of these, and we're going to turn them, and remember, these need to be frozen. We're going to turn them upside down over the peanut butter, and we're just going to kind of press them into the peanut butter cookie dough. Gently. You don't want them going all the way through the cookie. All right, I'm going to finish filling the other muffin tray, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, let's get on to our brownie mixture. We have a 1/2 cup of flour, to which 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder has been added. We have 1 cup of sugar. I use coarse raw cane sugar. We have a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. I use either sunflower or avocado. We have a 1/3 cup of cocoa, 2 eggs, and we're going to need a teaspoon of vanilla. Let's get started. First and foremost, we're going to add our oil and our sugar to the mixer. We're going to lock it down and get that stirring. We're going to add our eggs. Our oven is preheating at 350 degrees. Now let's add our teaspoon of vanilla. And now our 1/2 cup of flour and our baking powder and our salt. We're just going to add our 1/3 cup of cocoa and give that a stir, just to make sure we break up any lumps. And you could probably sift it together, but I find this works just as well. And now let's just start putting our dry mixture in here. Now I'm just going to take my little 1/3 cup measuring cup, and I'm just going to pour enough brownie batter on there just to cover the peanut butter cup. Let me get a spatula. And I'm going to wipe off what I've dripped, obviously, because you don't want this baking on your muffin tin. Now we have preheated the oven to 350 degrees, and we're going to bake these. I don't know if both trays will fit in my oven, but we're going to bake these for 18 minutes. We'll see you. Well, let's give it a tap just to make sure it goes down all the way around that peanut butter cup. All right, we'll see you when these come out of the oven. We're going to bake them for 18 minutes. All right, there's the timer for our oven. Let's check. Oh my goodness. They look like chocolate muffins. Yeah. And they smell heavenly. Now that recipe for brownies did 1 dozen of these peanut butter cup surprises. Let's let these cool down and I'll run a knife around the inside and we'll put them on a rack. And when Papa comes home, he will think he had died and gone to heaven because peanut butter cookies, brownies, and Reese's peanut butter cups are his 3 favorite treats. Oh my goodness. Now, before you taste this, this has all your favorite ingredients. Peanut butter cookie, brownie, and Reese's peanut butter cup. You have to get right through the center.
Awesome. I'm going to have a glass of milk with that.
This is the Mrs. Wolfe from our half-acre homestead saying, obviously, this is going to be something I'm only going to be allowed to do at Christmas time, or I'm only going to do at Christmas time, because, yeah, he'll make himself sick if I don't hide them. They were that good.